Hello? Alright, doing testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it looks like we have audio, but let me see if I can check and see where the audio is being picked up from. See if it's being picked up from my USB microphone, or if it's coming directly input from my desktop. Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Hello. Okay, I think I got both mics working now. Which is good because I can just switch to one of them. I think I'm going to use a lavalier mic. Or maybe we're going to do just a couple of tests just to see what kind of sounds better, what's going to work for me with this. But I think we can go ahead and get started. It's been a bit of a delay trying to get up and running. Already been live for like 10 minutes and just trying to troubleshoot. Yeah, so troubleshooting. Okay, troubleshooting is going pretty good. We're gonna get in a little bit of background audio, and we're gonna be listening to a little bit of everything today. I think we're gonna start off with some original stuff so we don't get flagged, but I may put off, or I guess what I should say is we might be listening to some like other audio as well, official songs, even stuff that is copyrighted, because this is just a chill session. Okay. Cool. Alright, we're in action, so hello, what is up everyone? It's Mega, aka the Messiah, here with another live session. Today we're going to be working on some anatomy. there's a couple things that I'm working through right now that I figured I can go ahead and share as potential resources and references for you guys as well, who are struggling on just kind of getting a grasp on, how the body moves and how it looks, and the skeleton and the muscles, and then the skin and fat on top. I got some resources for you guys, so I want to talk about that first and foremost. The new thing that I've been checking out as of recent is called Manga Materials. I'm sure you guys have probably either heard of this or seen this online, but they post a lot of tips and screenshots of like their studies, and then on their Patreon they've collected all of those tips and studies and how the body moves, and they've compiled it all together. So I spent $15 just to get access to all those things and to kind of learn from as well and study from and kind of get used to some other things that maybe I haven't noticed that someone else has noticed, because I've done a lot of my own study using Pose Maniacs and doing gesture drawing and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what we're going to kind of get into today. We're going to start off with some 30-second gesture drawing, and then we're going to move into some more detailed study of the body parts, and then we're going to do some longer gesture drawing and anatomy studies. So that's basically what I have planned for tonight. I might do a little bit more, a little bit less, but we'll just kind of see how it goes. And as we go along, we got some stuff to talk about today. We got some updates, some future plans, and just some stuff in general. So hopefully it's going to be a fun and chill stream as per usual. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so I'm pulling up the 30 seconds drawing. We're gonna do, let's see here, you just want to do a couple minutes, 10 poses, 30 seconds, divided by 2, that'd be 5 minutes. Okay, we're gonna do 10 poses just to kind of start off with, and we're gonna fill up this page, and we'll take it from there. So for those of you who have joined in on live sessions before, you know that I use this practice a lot to get warmed up and started. And what I like to do is just use pretty much like one continuous line. Sometimes I break it a little bit, but the idea is to kind of get loose and just kind of get used to drawing the human form and some of the shapes without going too detailed or worrying too much about how you're placing things. More so just getting general flow. Okay. Alright, this is a very dynamic pose. I really like the pose. Let's kind of come in here and quickly sketch this out though. Let's not get into the weeds of it or the details. Okay. Arm is coming in, arm is coming out, leg. So this is like a tennis serving pose for sure, and it's got a really interesting perspective on it. And if this looks like chicken scratch, it is completely okay. Gesture poses aren't meant to be like polished by any means. You're just warming up your hand, and I can tell that I'm still feeling slow. So not only do you have to speed up, but I also need to just get a little bit more flowy with the lines. Yeah, I'm a little out of practice doing gesture drawing, so that's what happens. But we're getting back into it today, alright? Okay, one thing I like to do is get the center line of action first and foremost, and sometimes that can really kind of help. And then sometimes you can kind of start with like this almost like stick figure kind of version, you know, just to get the limbs placed, and then you can kind of thicken out those limbs. And again, you're not worried about the correct proportion, you're just dashing things in. So ooh, yes, I am so out of practice. I feel very, very rough right now. Everything feels very choppy. I don't like it. So we might kind of go through and do a lot of these just to kind of get warmed up. Man, that was rough. We're just kind of coming back in here for this last pose to finish it up. But you know, I actually want to work with this pose a little bit. I want to draw it in some like different angles, I think. All right. Oh man, I am struggling today, guys. I don't know what is going on. But you know what? Sometimes the session starts out kind of slow, and sometimes it get better, sometimes it don't. But one thing I realized is to set a time limit to hit and try not to necessarily be too hard on yourself. Just see what you can create within that time. So I'm gonna give myself kind of a break in terms of not be too hard on myself right here. And I know I'm not talking too much, but that's because I'm just kind of focused and trying to get into the flow first and foremost. But there is some comments in the live chat, so I'll go ahead and respond to some of this stuff. Maya says, my channel has been growing. I constantly have to fight the algorithm since YouTube tends to take away likes and subscribers. Ooh, that's not good. I did not know YouTube was out here just snatching likes and subscribers like that. But it is very... algorithms make things very competitive, I will say that. Everyone's trying to one-up the algorithm type of thing and trying to find all the hacks and shortcuts and stuff, so it can make it kind of rough being like us and being small YouTubers and trying to gain some traction, but it's like you don't really have that follower count to bring in the people and bring in new people. So yeah, that can be tough, and especially if they're taking away likes and subscribers. That just makes it all the more difficult to build your audience and build your community. That's gonna make it hard. But it sounds like you got a great foundation. Sounds like things are going well. And it sounds like you're trying new things, you're pushing forward. That's good. If I'll get to 1,000 someday, if I ever become successful, I will be sure to credit for your help. Well, thank you and bless your heart. I am just happy to help and give advice and feedback. I'm not really doing this YouTube thing to make money. I'm kind of using this as a way to keep myself accountable and provide a resource that I wish I had coming up and trying to learn about comics and things of that nature. So if I can do that, I'm going to be happy. So glad I could be of some assistance. On YouTube, I take 3 steps forward and YouTube takes me 2 steps back, but I grow a little more every time. Yeah, I try not to focus too much on like what my numbers are doing, if I'm getting some and then losing some. I have noticed that on Instagram, where like I'll get all these follows and then all the follows will disappear. So I don't know if it's the algorithm or if it's people that are basically trying to like get attention without actually like commenting or liking or interacting. I don't know if it's the type of people that are like, oh, like follow for follow, but I will just unfollow you so it makes my numbers look better. And I don't know if people do that on YouTube, but I know that's prevalent on other social medias. So hopefully that's not the case of what's going on. the way YouTube takes away likes and subs seems inorganic. So what's kind of going on there? Like, do you just see your subscriber number going down? Are people actually unsubscribing, or is YouTube like kicking people off? Like, do you know what the like the root cause of that? Because it's definitely strange. Again, I don't really pay attention to the numbers like that. I see that like overall statistics when I log into my studio page, because I'm trying to upload content or something like that. But yeah, what is going on there? It takes away big numbers at a time, specifically likes. I think YouTube has a bug that isn't being checked. Pretty sure it kicks people off. I never anticipated YouTube would be so complicated. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I feel like there is, yeah, some level of wait, why is this not working? It's like it doesn't want to connect my keyboard. Hold on a sec. Control this, and then we're gonna take this move tool. We're gonna move this slightly back, and we're gonna take this, and we're gonna come back to this and this. Yeah, you can really get into like the weeds of it, in terms of like the algorithm and how things are working, and there's like special classes to keep you update on, you know, any changes that are made and what you need to optimize for and what the bugs are and this and that. I agree with you on that. At first you're just like, oh, it's just making videos, and then it becomes something a lot more than just creating videos. But yeah, my main thing is if I can connect, you know, with the core group of people that like to come through and watch my streams, and they can still see them and view them, then that's really all that matters to me. If YouTube doesn't want to recommend me to other people, then that is kind of its own thing. But I want to spend more of my attention and time on like networking outside of social media and like at conventions and stuff as well. So it's like I'm not reliant on an algorithm to make connections with other people, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping to kind of just like organically make my own connections over time, going to conventions and meeting people kind of face to face. Yeah, because it gets complicated. The more you dive into it, the more you try to like grow and expand and turn it into something else. And I don't know if I want to spend so much energy every year trying to figure out the new rules of social media. It sounds like it is like a never-ending battle. So I know some basics of what to do and what not to do a little bit, and I'm just gonna kind of take it from there and not get too crazy with it. But that's just me. Hopefully you can kind of figure out a method that works best for you for uploading and growing and creating the type of artwork that you want to create. It's a balancing act for sure. Try to get it all down. Alright, so let's see here. Yep, it's all you can do is push forward and try to do the things that you're most interested in. So hopefully you're at least enjoying the process of trying something new and trying out this new space. Based on last time that we were all chatting, sounded like kind of created some type of space for yourself, and you had people like coming in and we're starting to kind of find that groove, and so that is really cool to hear. And yeah, honestly, just congrats with that, and keep it up. Hopefully you're having fun with it. Alright, I'm spending a little bit too much time with this pose now, but sometimes that's what it takes, just to slow down a little bit. Alright, we are going to do some more gesture drawings. I still do not feel warmed up enough to keep going. Alright, let's see here. I'm actually going to change this to 60 seconds. After I draw on this pose a little bit more. Yo, what's up, Matt? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the art stream where we keep it chill and draw lots of art. Today we struggle as we try to learn anatomy and drawing the human figure, as it is very complex with lots of moving parts. But what's good, and welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Ha. My body would be easy. Inserts poorly drawn stick figure. I mean, that's how all my drawings start off. Especially when I use myself as the reference. Indeed. Okay, we're changing time to 60 seconds because I'm a slow artist and the 30 seconds was a little bit just too fast for right now. Again, the website that I'm using is called Pose Maniacs. and it's great for anatomical reference because it breaks things down by muscles, and you can rotate each of these things and see how the muscle fibers look in all these different positions. So highly recommend you guys check it out if you're interested in learning up and studying for yourself. So okay. Also, we are listening to a little bit of Steven Universe music right now, which is going to be copyrighted, claimed. So actually, if you guys can't even hear the audio right now, I do apologize, but it should be coming through. I probably just won't be able to keep this video up after the stream ends is all. Okay, so I kind of feel like I'm getting a little bit into the flow now, which is good. This arm is definitely going off the page. Yep. And that's okay. I'm gonna need to fix that head later in a segundo. Alright, this pose is interesting because it's like a breaking pose. This is one we're gonna come back to for sure because I'm not gonna be able to capture everything here in this first go around. I already know that. Okay. So we are going to study some specific parts of the human figure now. I think we're gonna look a little bit at the legs. So let's take a look here. No, it's doing that. All right. Alright. So the pelvis kind of looks like the Superman symbol, right? Just to start off with, we're going to drop in our center line, and we're going to take this brush, and we're going to increase the size a little bit. I'm going to make that a little bit lighter so we can draw on top. Okay. So basically what happens here is that we kind of get these, you know, bones that come out like this and dip in and come back in. Okay. This is our iliac crest. All right. This dips back in. The same thing over here. You know, kind of this heart shape type of thing going on. Okay, we got this going on. And we really just need to know general shapes, but anyways, the spine is kind of coming back up here. Not too important to really understand for the leg region, but anyways. Let's see here. Kind of have this shape and this shape. This kind of comes into a point. This does something like this. This. Alright. So you got that. Alright, this comes out into this kind of like ball joint type of region right here. And this is kind of your neck of the femur, and then we come out to this greater trochanter, and that's basically what you always see on like the side of the hip. So it's kind of good to understand that bone right there, because that bone protrudes, and then these bones kind of curve back inwards. right? So this is kind of like this. Kind of like this shape. Alright, so these are traveling inwards. These will get to a place where your knee is. You got your knee joint right there, and these bones kind of form around that. So we got that going as well. And we got some more bones coming down to complete off this leg. You'll kind of notice this like barbell shape in the bones structure, you know, where you got like, it gets skinnier and then at the end it's kind of bigger, right? So you kind of get that kind of shape going with these bones in the leg, so kind of pay attention to that. It's definitely not balanced, so let's draw on some lines real quick just to get myself balanced here. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna try drawing some of the muscles around here now. Okay, so this point right here is this, let's see, the greater trochanter, right? On the side of like the hips here, and the gluteus maximus connects into this. Okay, so it kind of curves into this, and then you have the medius, which basically just kind of connects more of it. So this comes in, and then you got this, the tensor. Got some other muscle fiber that lays on top of that. All right. All right. Well, to be honest with you guys, I don't know what I want to draw now or draw next. There's definitely more muscles and things to kind of study here. Maybe I will just kind of keep studying a little bit and talk over it. Give some updates and just, talk for a minute, I guess. Alright, so what we're going to do is draw the side view of this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to extend the canvas. Just so we can get a better understanding of the form of this geometry for the pelvis, because there's actually a lot kind of going on here. It's actually a really interesting shape that it makes, and basically I never really understood the importance. I never really understood the importance of kind of learning the skeleton portion before learning the muscles, because you don't really see it at all. And I'm actually okay that I thought that way, because it did simplify what to focus on, and so I didn't get overwhelmed. But now I'm kind of coming back and studying the skeleton structure as well, because understanding this kind of helps you understand how things connect. And that's what's really important when you're doing stuff from imagination, is if you're able to kind of almost put this together like a jigsaw puzzle. You know what I mean? You have all these different pieces, and when they're in movement, it's like, okay, well, how can I use actual reasons in science to understand what this movement should affect the body and things like that, right? So anyways, that's why I'm kind of studying the more detail now. And I think that's actually a good way to go about it when you're learning drawing, is to, don't start with the most advanced, but as you get more comfortable, start adding more and more into your practice, and, don't try to learn everything at once. And this will give you a way to not be overwhelmed, but still get some good foundations going, even from the beginning. So what I did is I really simplified forms and stuff, and learn from simplified forms of just like the overall volume of what the human looks like. Now I'm going back and adding in more details. So basically what I want you guys to think about is like go from big level detail to really fine small detail, and this is actually applies to not only learning, but I think it also applies to the drawing process in and of itself, because like if you're coming up with some concept art, you want to get the overall general shapes and big design down before you start, you know, hammering in the details. Details are kind of secondary. They can be helpful, but they're kind of secondary. Now this stuff is a little bit different. It is detail, but it's also like structural, so you can definitely make use of the structural aspects to make even your really big picture drawings more accurate and really more dynamic and really more believable, I should say, because you can still exaggerate, but it should be more believable if you understand the core of what you're drawing. So one thing that I want to do in the future is actually get some anatomy models of the skeleton and of muscles, just as a quick reference, because it's really good to have those things on hand. All right. Let's see here. Alright, so I think I'm actually going to put the pencil down for tonight and keep it a pretty short drawing session. We didn't spend a whole bunch of time on anything in particular, but hope you guys learned a little bit about the kind of thought process behind studying and learning, or I guess how I approach learning. So this is something that I'm always modifying and thinking of better ways to do, but you know, there are some, I think, generalities that I've learned about the learning process that can be useful to you. I think one of the most important things is repetition and coming back to things. There's kind of a danger in trying to learn too much too fast and then forgetting everything. So what you want to do is you want to learn and then you want to apply, and you want to give yourself enough repetitions for it to kind of sink in and sink into your long-term memory versus your short-term. And so this is something that I'm fine-tuning for myself, how long that period should be. But certainly what kind of helps me is doing lots of practice and then trying to teach the concept, and then doing some more practice on top of that and applying it to all my future drawings. So I like to learn things that when I go to do my next illustration, I can immediately apply it to and kind of understand the improvement that I've made and why I learned those things to make my drawing better. And when you think about learning that way, it's easier to have more clear defined goals to get better, and you're going to see that improvement a lot more. And not only that, when you go to like redraw something older, you will have a much easier time pinpointing all the quote unquote mistakes. I don't want to call them mistakes, but all the things that you didn't know then, you can now apply, and I think make your drawing be closer to the drawing that you wish you could have drawn. So anyways, that's kind of my approach for right now. I'm going through the human figures, studying things, but I'm trying not to bounce around too much. I'm trying to just take it, one body part at a time, one section at a time, and teach that to you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. I think that I want to try to start doing tutorials again, maybe next month. But currently, I guess bigger updates. I'm getting ready for more conventions. So I want to create some artwork for that. And I'm really excited because I'm about to have more time to actually work on artwork here soon. So I'm really, really looking forward to just kind of having my training arc and getting my art to the place that I've always wanted it to be. So we're going to see how that goes. And hopefully you guys join me along that adventure. And I can't wait to, just kind of get to it. And honestly, there's so many inspirational artists and art friends that I have right now that I'm just like so pumped to be doing this at this point in time. So anyways, I will not keep babbling along, and I'm just gonna go ahead and end it. I just want to say big thanks to everyone that came out to chill tonight. Had a bunch of fun. Hopefully you guys had some fun too. Maybe did some artwork that you needed to get done. And until next time, guys, peace and deuces.